Welcome to the Mentors Podcast. If you ever loved an animal, you know they're not just part of the family, they are family. And when something happens to them, everything changes. One ordinary afternoon, our dog Luna was suddenly gone. For the next week, we searched day and night with help from our community and from complete strangers who came together to bring her home. Today I'm speaking with my partner in all things, my wife, Bosnak, as we look back on those 7 days, what they taught us about love, resilience, and the kind of strength that only shows up when life tests you in ways you never expect. It was a week that opened us and reminded us how fragile life can be and how powerful hope and community really are when you need them most. And for anyone who's faced the unimaginable, a missing pet, we hope that what we learned through our experience can offer a little guidance, encouragement, and a lot of hope. Now I bring you Finding Luna. Okay, we are rolling.
Take two. It's definitely something being married and doing this and working together and all of the things are dynamic and the things that we get to talk about because we are so deeply involved in each other's life. And this is why we're taking two.
And this is part of the podcast. We already started.
I'm so excited. I've been wanting to do this with you for a while. And I think this podcast and this episode for the listener, yes, it's about our lost baby girl, our dog Luna, but it's also so much more than that. And I believe that it encompasses our relationship, our crisis handling, the way we moved through it, our pain, the hope that we held on to, and a community that gathered for this 9 pound little black dog in the woods.
First of all, to give encouragement to people that lose their pets, never to lose hope. That's why we are telling our story.
Please get them a GPS collar immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Like right now, because you just never know. You
Yeah.
never, ever know. And don't be those ones. My dog, my cat will never leave. Anything can happen. And it happened to us. And so she's now with a GPS collar,
And we are going to try to be as raw as possible.
as
Just-
always.
Just to describe our setting right now.
Let's do it. It's a beautiful setting. We are in our living room. We've got Luna in her bed. She is taking a nap right now. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous day. We're recording this October 16th. We have a stunning lake view that we're looking out from our beautiful window. And the colors of autumn is just really stunning.
Yeah.
And we wanted it to be raw. I don't think anyone has really heard us in this way. And I think people are very curious about us, whether it's, from my work and what I do and relationship dynamics, working together. Maybe those things we'll get into later. But I think people are really curious about how conflict is held. There's a lot of shadow work, I believe, in there to hold yourself in a way that supports the cause and uplifts it and elevates it instead of the blame game, which we can go into
Yeah.
a little bit later on.
To give a little background story, Bee had her important dressage event that day, and we were expecting a friend, very close friend, Mehmet, to come stay with us for the week. It's a great day. I'm so excited. And all of a sudden I realized Luna is not here. That's never happened before. Where's she? Go outside, ask neighbors, and immediately the search started. Police got involved at 5 o'clock, driving towards you, thinking about it. Well, how am I going to tell you this? I walk into that room while you're having a good time after a great workshop, and I deliver the news. Our little girl is missing. We need to find her. Let's go.
Well, the moment that you came into the barn, it was a great day for me. I was with my equestrian friends. It was a dressage clinic. And I knew our friend is coming from Istanbul. Can't wait for 5 o'clock to hit because then I get to go home. You're picking me up. We share a car. So you drop me off. You're going to pick me up with Luna. And then we're going to have just a lovely evening. The moment you came in, your body, I mean, I just knew without you even opening your mouth, like your body and the way you looked at me, you know, when your stomach drops and you're like, what is happening? What is going on? I could feel that in your body. And the moment you said that, Luna's gone, Luna's missing. I don't remember exactly what you said. For me, I was in so much shock that I was like, well, we got to go find her.
I was fully awake, aware, well slept that day. I still don't know how that happened, but Luna would never run out. Luna is 8 years old, very intelligent. If we left her out in the yard by mistake, closed the door, she would just bark and let herself in.
Yeah.
Somehow, when I was walking out to go to the grocery store, she must have walked out with me and I did not realize, which I still don't know how. She probably barked, and it's right by a road. So folks probably stopped their cars. A cute dog without a collar, with all good intentions, they started to chase her. Where we live is not suburban America. This is rural America. This is like
We're in the woods here.
coyotes and bears
Bobcats.
and then there are roads with fast cars. So anyway, we are in the car. We are now letting our friends know, sending text messages, and we are a big group of people all of a sudden looking for Luna all over the place. And by around 9 o'clock, we came home without Luna, with all the possibilities in our minds. That was the hardest time for me to begin with. And I was thinking you would rightly so ask me, how did you do this?
Well, I think in the car when you picked me up and we're driving towards, so where we live, the barn is about a 20-minute drive. And in that drive, of course, I felt like the immediate reaction is to be like, but how? How could this happen? How could you do it? How is this possible? How did she get out? Which is a very natural human question. But in that moment, it was just, how are we going to find her? Instead of how did she get out? Even though a part of me really wanted to, whether it would be Snap, Lash, whether it would be to blame, like Luna is my child. She's my soulmate. And so
Our child and our soulmate.
our child,
Yeah.
yes. But she has a different relationship with you, different relationship with me, obviously, as
Yeah.
one would have with their parents. And so I just didn't feel like it would be conducive to anything. And there was this battle that I was moving through in my mind. Don't go there, be steady, be solid. You are already moving through your own guilt. You're already moving through your own emotions. And I need to be the steady one. I need to be the solid one. I need to hold the ground. And so it wasn't about how could you, it was more about how we're going to get together and do this as a team. We are a team. We've always been a team, but as a team to find our little girl and
Mhm.
bring her back home. And that night you went, where were you? You were
So we came home and then we got
around
in
nine
touch with
o'clock or
what's
something.
her name? It's Cindy.
Hmm.
She's this lovely woman.
Yeah.
She runs this Facebook group that is extremely effective. So somehow she found my number or someone connected. I don't remember, so much happened that week, right? We started speaking with her and she told us the to do's and not to do's. And we hung up. I said to you, I'm like, I can't be home. You sleep, you have the energy. I gotta go where she was last seen. Let me just go over there with her leash, stay in the car. And I stayed there from 10 p.m. till I think it was like 6 a.m. some point.
6 a.m. you came home.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you came home and then I left.
And then I remember waking up an hour or two later, around like 8 or something. You told me that you booked a call with our hero,
Oh my God, our
Nicole.
hero, Nicole. What a woman from Buddha Dog Rescue. So you come home at 6 a.m. for 8 hours, just sitting in the car, waiting for her, seeing if she's going to come out. And yeah, I mean, I didn't have anything else to do but to sleep. I was like, I need to rest and I need to be on because there's a battle that's required to move through
Mhm.
and to be to be strong. So the moment you came home, I was ready to go. So it's like we were just switching shifts and I left around 6 a.m. and I'm at that same place, sitting, waiting, thinking, and then I was like, "Okay, you know what? Let me go onto this woman's website." So I go to Buddha Rescue Dog, and there's an application to fill out, and then you have a consultation with her. So I'm on there filling it out, and it's around like 8 a.m. And her first availability, this is a Sunday morning, mind you, her first availability is like 9 a.m. on Sunday. And I was like, oh my God, this is great. This is perfect. So I book her, I pay for the consultation, and then we sit down and we have a conversation with her. And that's when things started to really move,
Yeah.
when we found her, because without her, I don't know how we would have done this.
Because imagine she's somewhere in the woods, vast. What the fuck do I know? What are we going to do? So having someone like Nicole felt like a Quentin Tarantino film. The guy comes and tells them how to clean up the mess. She goes, okay, now you do this, now you do that. So she briefed us, and there we are. We started on that Sunday.
There were so many things that she told us that we were doing completely wrong. Completely wrong, like yelling her name,
Yeah.
shaking her harness, and we're in a panic. So remember, we're doing things from a state of panic, and we've never experienced this before. So we don't have any skills. There's no skills. So finding her, speaking with her really gave us so much hope. And then it was like, okay, we had a plan and we knew what we needed to do every single day. And that was the main thing was just posters. Get posters everywhere.
Yeah. And that day felt like so many days to me. Mehmet took an Uber and met us at some point. And I remember asking him, how many days have you been here? He's like, yeah, I just came today. It felt that dense, remember?
Time just stops.
I hope that nobody goes through this, but if one has to face this, well, you just talked about the not to do's that people intuitively do because they don't know about the survival mode, which keeps the dog alive during this process. Can you talk about those a little bit?
What happens is Luna went immediately into survival mode. She is basically running away. So even though she's very good with humans and she's very excited to see humans, humans that were chasing her that very first day when they saw her, that is not the correct thing to do. You don't chase a dog that is in survival mode. So that was a huge thing.
Yeah.
She kept getting farther and farther away from home because she was being chased.
With all good intentions.
With all good intentions, sure, but that's not something that you do. The other thing was yelling her name, Luna, Luna. I mean, you lost your voice yelling her name. But again, you think that that's the right thing to do
Yeah.
because you don't know. When they are in survival mode, basically, they're just running for their life. And the greatest predator is not in the woods. The greatest predator are actually humans.
Is what Nicole said, yeah, because they chase them and they end up running away on the roads and become roadkills.
Right, exactly. And in the woods, the animal kingdom has a hierarchy. There's certain unspoken language in the animal kingdom. Yes, it's scary. Yes, it's scary to be with bears and bobcats and coyotes. But when humans are doing this to a dog, it's even more scary for them. And as humans, we don't understand it because we're like, but Luna loves humans. When she's called, she's always going to run to you. But when they tap into that survival mode, everything changes.
That's what Nicole kept saying. Forget everything you know about your dog. Your dog will not recognize mommy, will not recognize daddy, will not come to her name. It's counterintuitive because the very first day we kept yelling her name. She would say, if a branch moves 100 feet away, they will run. And she said, posters, go crazy with posters everywhere. They have to be by 11 by 17 and they have to be color. You open up the map and draw a line radius around where she was last seen, where she could be, which by the way, she could be even farther than that, but you want to cover a realistic area, right? So we are going everywhere, putting posters. What else did she say?
Posters are the number one thing
Yeah.
everywhere you can think of.
Let's talk about how community came together, how our friends came together. That was another big part of this.
Yeah, it was huge. how the community came together, how our friends showed up, the connection, the check-ins, bringing me coffee as I'm sitting in the scorching heat for hours and hours. The community was incredible.
Yeah.
How they all came together for a little dog. And not just even our friends, like the community around where we live. When we knocked on doors and we were showing them posters of Luna, have you seen her? First they're like a little, like, who are you knocking on my door?
Standoffish.
A little
Yeah.
standoffish. And are you soliciting me? The moment they open the door, we show the poster. Our girl is missing, and the way they melt, the way their body language changes, their facial expression changes, right?
That was
That was
incredible.
really, really beautiful to witness. So the community coming together, not even just that, but also what about the Facebook community? I mean, it was insane. The shares, like everyone knew about Luna. Everyone, not just in our neighborhood, everyone knew Luna. She was trending.
We live in times now, we are every day bombarded with negative parts of humanity, right? So many upsetting things we see on social media, on news feed all the time. That week, none of the political views, where you're from, how you looked like mattered. 99.9% of the people I've encountered let their humans out. 100%. Cars would stop randomly. They would just cry with me in the middle of an empty road. So seeing how people come together was really encouraging.
It was truly, truly magical how we connected with these strangers through our dog. Don't realize how much this community loved dogs.
And our friends, they lived it with us
Yeah.
that week, morning and night.
I created a group. I remember texting our group. We have such an incredible community here of friends, and just filling them in, asking for certain things from them, help. And then all I remember, honestly, is that final text message where I told everyone that she was found. When I created that group for everyone, I just visualized that I am going to send the text where Luna is found. So for me, it was just always about, we're going to find, of course, we're going to find her. We're going to find her. Like, there is no other option. We're going to find her. There's no plan B. There's only plan A, and the plan A is to find Luna. There is only one mission, and that mission is to find her, finding Luna. So that was kind of like the group text name, Finding Luna. And that final message felt incredible. But the way they showed up, the way they connected, it was out of this world.
I was constantly talking to people from all over the world. And as you said, that would be the thing that I ask them. Whatever your God and belief is, pray, yeah, do all of that. But do this one thing for me. Please envision the day, the moment you're receiving that text message from me, possibly with a video or a photo of us united and telling you the news that Luna is found. Close your eyes now and try to feel that in your body. Just do that. And the miracle happened. We were able to send that video to people. It's hard to not cry when I think about those days. Yeah. So going back,
You need a moment.
no, no. So to the listeners, on Sunday, we had the first video from that church surveillance camera of Luna passing by. And that was the first indication of her being alive.
Yeah, we knew, okay, she's alive.
She's alive. Yeah.
Great sign. All right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But after that, every day would start out with big hope and then coming back home with despair. Having Mehmet here
Mhm.
allowed us to have our own space. The way you coped with it was you just immediately go to bed. I would have a moment with Mehmet downstairs and chat with him, and he kept me in that place where he got my mind off it, but we also spoke about it. The meaning of songs' lyrics was something else.
Yeah, the reason why, I would go to bed, like, I didn't even engage that much. We live in, I guess, a duplex, and we're on the top floor, and we have the bottom floor for guests, friends, family to stay. And so Mehmet was staying downstairs, and you would go be with him, connect with him in the evenings, and I would go straight to bed because I couldn't even, I was in no space to engage. I needed my strength. I needed my commitment to continuing on with the search. I also, there was days where I just couldn't be around the energy that was coming from you. I've never seen you weep this much. I had never seen you cry that much in my entire life.
Yeah.
And it's hard. Like, do I hold space for you? Or do I engage with Mehmet? He's our guest. Do I hold space for myself? Am I holding space for Luna? And it was just like, I just need to be there for Luna.
First 2 days, I was really, with 1 hour sleep, I was okay. But the third day, I found myself being fidgety, clumsy, and just reactionary. In the little times we would be in the car, we would react to each other. But the beauty of this, we pulled it together because this is the hardest thing, one of the hardest tests of our togetherness for over 10 years now.
Yeah, it was really tough. That week, it was really tough. There was a lot of thoughts like, what if we don't find, like, it just came into my mind and I had to actively say, I cannot think of this. What if we don't find Luna? What if Luna doesn't come home? Then what is going to happen? How am I going to continue being in this home without Luna? How am I going to continue my job? How am I going to face things? How important she was in my life. How am I going to continue this marriage with you without Luna? Like, how? I don't even know. Because Luna is just the forefront of everything. And it tested us so much.
Yeah, I mean, those feelings are valid, but when you think about it, tragedies are for people and it happens and you just stay together. How I felt on top of what you felt was the uncertainty factor. Because if you know someone is gone, people lose family members, friends, spouses all the time. That's reality, right? But the fact that she's out there somewhere, what is she doing? Is she okay? That uncertainty. What would we do? We wouldn't have stopped the search if we didn't find on that seventh day. We would have gone probably until now, we were looking for her. Yes, you did stay extremely mobilized and strong during the day, but it would kill me to find you at times with Luna's toy in bed with tears in your eye and finding you outside because we put Luna's bed outside in case she comes at night. Seeing you by that bed with tears in your eyes, cleaning the bed and telling me, yeah, I'm cleaning it in case she comes back. It was it was a test. It was a huge test.
Yeah, I could only, it's so tough speaking about it, going back to those moments. Within the days, the search, it was like I knew exactly what I needed to do. But then when I was alone, the only places that I could actually release and cry and like really call out for her was, yeah, in my own time, or when I'd leave in the mornings to go search for her. Like I would just be crying on my search and like just the grief. I could feel the grief just in case. Yeah, cleaning her bed, cleaning the leaves off her bed just in case she came by. And you know, it's hard for me to ask for help. And I think I did. I have my friends who really helped me. There's so many, I mean, so many people that held that space for me. But it was tough because I also felt like what I was going through, it's really hard for someone to understand because you don't understand until you're in it.
Mhm. The key word you said, you don't understand without being in it. Up to that week, I thought I was a very empathetic person. I could relate to others' suffering. That week, I understood people. I understood things that I wasn't understanding before. As we hear every day in war zones around the world and all sorts of misery people go through. And once you touch that pain, songs sound different. All these lessons were granted to us, and thankfully, it all ended up on a happy note. Let's plug Nicole once again. If you ever lose your pet, wherever you are, in East Coast of, even consulting her on the phone, even if you are on a different continent, what's her?
Google Buddha Dog Rescue and Recovery. Her name is Nicole.
And she's nonprofit. She only charges for that consultation call so that she weeds out the people that would waste her time. Other than that, the whole thing is just donation only.
Donations.
If you believe in this cause and you want to support what she's doing, And what Cindy's doing, just support this cause. Going back to the day when we found her, I'm walking with Nicole towards you, and I tell her, "This is what you do for a living." As we're both crying, there isn't a bigger reward than that. That moment of tears of joy, also the feeling of success. She found another needle in a haystack once again.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, this is what I do for a living." So please support her cause. If whoever has the means, please donate.
Please, if you
on our website.
feel, touched by the story, and if you can, $5, $10, just go on her website, donate, whatever you can give.
Yeah, whatever you can give. She's amazing.
We could just recap every single day and all the things that we moved through, but this obviously was such a happy ending. It was miraculous. She was lost Saturday. We found her Friday. So just under a week. Like you said, on Sunday, there were some sightings of her. We were able to get access to those videos. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, nothing. There was 2 days of a heat wave, which was insane. 2 days of the thunderstorm. All we're thinking about, obviously, what's Luna doing? What's she eating? What is she drinking? Oh my goodness. So after that, Nicole suggests, would you want to work with a canine team? And we were like, well, of course, yes.
Anything.
Anything. So we booked a canine team. They come Friday morning, and I just feel this is August 1st. So that Friday is August 1st, and I just feel her. And I feel her in a specific area because one thing we did with Mehmet was we all sat together and we closed our eyes and we imagined where she was. We felt into where she is, like, where are you, Luna? Give us a signal, give us a vibration. And for me, I immediately went to the trail where she was found. Like, I knew she was there. That's where my energy went. I could smell her there. I could feel her there. And then the next morning, I actually went there to sit and cry, because as I would, I spend like a couple of hours in the morning just crying to the trees, praying to the trees, praying to whoever was listening, and talking to her. Luna, I know you're here. I know you're here. I can feel you. I can sense you. We're going to get you. We're going to get you. And so going back to the canines, she comes with her 3 dogs, and it's almost a 4-hour search. One canine at a time. So what they do is they smell Luna's belongings, like her bed, her blanket, all that kind of stuff. And then one by one, the dog goes out. The first dog goes out, circling a place. There's no Luna. Second dog comes out, circling the same place. No sign of Luna. Third dog comes out, circling the same place. Again, no signs of Luna. And that place is where, like, it was like a coyote home, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, there were a lot of coyote turds everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's a scary thing. I've never seen a coyote turd before. It looks like poop with black hair. And Luna is a little black dog. So immediately you think, did she just swallow Luna and pooped it out? But apparently their poop looks like that. And then during that search, one of the dogs took us through the road. We are going against a really fast traffic. And she finds this piece of skin flattened from a tire on the road. And she goes, "Guys, I don't sugarcoat anything. This was this badass woman." What was her name? Do you remember her name?
Kelly Brock.
Yeah, Kelly.
She's from Long Island.
Yeah, she used to have a exotic car business. And then after losing her pet,
She lost her cat.
dedicated her life for this.
Yeah. And she lost her cat and she experienced that. Then she decided to build her canine business.
Yeah. So she's like, "Guys, I don't sugarcoat anything. I'm not saying this is it," because dogs would have gone nuts. They would have smelt it. But it's possible that they don't. Maybe this could be Luna. So she put it in a little bag. With
And
her
we are
gloves.
looking at each other eye to eye, and we're just like gulping, like,
this can't
are
be.
you kidding?
No, this can't be.
Yeah, we're like, no, this cannot be Luna.
The third dog, again, we are the same spot from a different route. We are about to call the search off, and I see my phone. iPhone is giving a transcription of a voice message. Somehow it didn't ring, went into voice message, and I see the word. "I think I'm seeing your dog." I immediately called the guy. "Where are you?" He happened to be a minute away. I'm like, "Hold tight. Can you wait so you can show us? We're coming. We're a minute away." We just jet there, and the guy shows us the photo from the back, and I know that's my girl. I'm like, oh my God, she's alive.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's alive.
Yes. Now you're invincible. After being through that week of not fucking knowing anything, now she's somewhere here. We're gonna find her. That moment, it was like finding her.
So the way it happened, after the call, we went to the location. We have a little powwow, you, me, Nicole. Nicole says, "You go walk," because he's like, she went that way. And I go walk, and I'm walking, walking, walking. Mind you, this trail is like 5 minutes. I'm walking 5 minutes. Where is she? Where is she? But I'm like, okay, he said she is on this trail. I'm going to see her soon. Then I see her and I stop. And you guys, yeah, on speakerphone. And I say, I see her. And Nicole says, pause. So I pause. She goes, get down on the floor, sit. I get down, I sit. Luna looks at me, and we're pretty far away. So I don't think she knows exactly who I am. She looks at me, she sits, she gets back up, and she continues walking. And I'm telling you and Nicole both on speakerphone, she's continuing to walk. And then she's like, just wait. Just keep sitting there and wait. So I'm waiting, waiting, waiting. 5 minutes turns into 10, 10 into 15. Luna's not coming back because Nicole says, she'll probably come back. She's not coming back. So then she says, okay, just come back to the car. I go back towards you guys, back into the car to have another powwow. All right, what are we going to do? What's the game plan for this? And then the barbecue sauce, what's that called?
Liquid smoke.
Liquid smoke, which is like barbecue sauce, and it's supposed to, and it does, it's basically the magic potion that lures in the animals. You both were like, well, take the liquid smoke and put it on the trail, and maybe she will smell it and she'll come. So I go back on that trail, and I'm putting liquid smoke all over the floor. And I go back to the place where I was sitting and waiting for her. And then I think to myself, you know what? Let me just walk a little bit more just to see where she went. Like, let me just feel into my intuition. So I continue walking. So it's almost now like a 7-minute walk. And I look to the left. There's 2 tunnels on the left. And Luna is lying down in one of those tunnels. I look at her and I tell you both again on the speakerphone, I see her. Immediately I get down. I sit down just to make my energy small. So I'm not like, a big energy, like, because she's still in survival, right? So I make myself small, start singing to her favorite song. And I put that liquid smoke all over me, all around me on the concrete. And then immediately she smells it. She lifts her head. She sniffs with her nose. And I say, Luna.
And we are hearing this.
Hi, Luna. And then she starts running. And I grab her. And I immediately leash her. And I hug her. And I say, Luna, Luna, we found you. We found you, Luna. And she's just so much in joy, and she's just in shock. And then we have to walk that trail for 7 minutes to come find you. So I'm hugging her, squeezing her, singing to her. I'm thanking the trees, the trail, thanking the gods. I'm thanking everyone, the prayers, everything. I'm in just so much joy. I'm like, oh my God, I can do anything.
Yeah.
We can do anything. If we did this, we could do anything. So that 7 hour going back to the car where you and Nicole were waiting just felt endless.
7 hour? Yeah.
7 minute was endless. And then I see you guys, and we thanked Nicole. We went home, and we were just like, oh my God, like what a crazy ride.
And
Wow.
Mehmet it was a long-waited trip. He came into our misery, and he did the best he can to support us throughout that week. And the beauty of it was, on his last full day, the next day he was due to go back. That moment we started to live life again.
He got to meet Luna on his final day before he went back home to Istanbul.
And that was one of the other lessons. When you touch pain, how your priorities change and how fragile life is. Who would have guessed we would have been through a week like that? Any moment, your life can change. So never give up. Did we make this happen? Partly. We never gave up. We never lost hope. And we did everything in our power that we can do, for sure. But what are the odds? It's like that sliding doors movie. If only Adam was taking his dogs out of his car, 4 seconds later, that he looked the other way and did not see Luna, and Luna wandered in there. We could be still looking for her. Who knows? I don't know. It was a miracle.
Absolutely, it was a miracle. There were so many lessons, but the greatest one was hope. Again, you can intellectualize it, have hope. It sounds nice. Just be hopeful. But when you're in it, that's the only thing that you can hold on to. Like for me, that was the only thing that I could hold on to. I couldn't hold on to anything else. Time stopped, everything stopped. Just staying hopeful. Of course, we're going to find her. But yes, it's so difficult. It's so hard when your mind goes to the negativity and the what ifs, like, well, how is my life going to be if I don't, like, you can't go there. You cannot go there because all of your energy needs to go on the mission, and the mission is bringing her home.
So now, anytime you and I run into a challenge, we have an anchor. After doing that, after standing strong for that week, we can do anything.
And time is of the essence, and that's why the devotion is so profound. You think you've got all the time in the world. Oh, I'll do this tomorrow. Oh, I'll do this next week. Oh, I'll do this when I shift into this identity. Oh, I'll just no, time is of the essence. And you got to act fast, and you got to do it now. That was it. There's no other way. And you're in it. And so when you think about it, whatever you're doing in your life, in your career, whatever it is, look at your devotion. That week really taught us so much. And even just so much for me in my career and what I do as an entrepreneur. It's like wherever you want to go, you get to go there. But it can only happen with your devotion. So many people have plan Bs. There's no plan B.
Mhm.
All in or nothing. So which one are you going to do? We couldn't be like, oh yeah, we'll look for Luna in 2 days. We'll look for Luna tomorrow. It's like right now.
Yeah.
You don't have the time. I think really the message here is staying connected to your hope, and these things can happen, and how you show up, the character that you show up with, the energy that you show up with, the signal that you show up with truly matters.
And another takeaway, the fragility of life. Hold on to it and live it to the fullest, because you never know what happens tomorrow. And community is important, family is important, like our
And
neighbors, friends.
posters work.
Yeah.
Because if Adam didn't see that poster, he wouldn't have rang you. Your phone number was on the poster. He rang you. It worked. Everything came together. I don't think we would have been able to do this by ourselves.
Do you have anything else to say before we wrap this up?
It's just lovely to sit with you. I'm glad we did this, to have something that we can
On record,
send on
right?
record about Luna, because we've had so many conversations about her these past months since she's been home. August 1st, she came home after 7 days of being lost in the woods. So yeah, to have this on the record feels so great. I think I'd just like to end with, this is the Mentors podcast, and Luna truly was the mentor. The student became the teacher. Luna became our teacher. We have so much to learn from her.
Thank you for listening to our little story. Stay with love, stay with hope. And thank you, baby, for doing this with me. I'm sure we forgot about some really, really important things that we would want to say on this podcast, but hey, we'll do it next time.
Yes, I can't wait to come back to
your living room.
To the Mentors podcast. Stay with your hope. Stay with lights you up. And yeah, life is short. It's fleeting. What do they say? Here today, gone tomorrow.